Hello, I'm Gordon Corner. I'm the chairman of the Armed Forces Covenant Partnership in the county. The covenant came into law on the 22nd of November this year, and what it does is it enshrines in law the way that veterans, servicemen and their families are dealt with.
Signing the covenant is incredibly important for the council. The sacrifices that reservists and former members of the forces have given to this country is so important, and us recognising that and to discriminate in a positive way towards them is so important.
So the Council's been working hard to support our Armed Forces Covenant commitments, and a lot of that is about working in partnership with others to see what we can do to make things better for our Armed Forces community. As part of this work, we've been launching pop-up community hubs, which are places that members of the Armed Forces community can just drop in for a coffee and a chat to find out about what support's available. Also thinking about things like our guaranteed interview scheme. So we guarantee that any member of the Armed Forces community who meets the essential criteria for one of our roles will definitely get an interview, because we recognise that there's a whole pool of talent in amongst our Armed Forces community that can really help make a difference to people here in West Northants.
In the covenant, to meet the standards or the requirements, it comes in a bronze, silver and gold. I'm very pleased to say that both the councils are at silver and aiming very hard to get to gold. Also, there's lots of companies that have signed the covenant and they have bronze, silver and gold. It's how they treat their employees who are members of the reserve forces and also have been members of the services anyway.
So we were really proud last year to achieve our Silver Award for the work that we've been doing to support members of the Armed Forces community, and we're planning to do much more of that over the next year as we work towards our Gold Award. So that involves things like looking at opportunities to support mental health and well-being of those who are in the Armed Forces, looking at how we can make sure they have the support that they need in the community to really thrive.
The benefit that companies have in signing the covenant and then also going for the gold, silver and bronze awards is that they are recognising the value that veterans and servicemen give to the community and to them. And, Armed Forces people, veterans and serving, can do so much for those companies.
With this commitment now being required as something which is legal, I think that's a really good focus once more for us as a council and all our members, both elected and of course officers and members of staff, to really just be aware of the covenant and maybe take a look on the website and encourage conversation.
So you can find out more information about our Armed Forces Covenant commitments on our council website, westnorthants.gov.uk, and we're always thinking about new ways that we can provide more support to our Armed Forces community, whether that's thinking about our colleagues at West Northants who might be reservists, or perhaps those who might have a family member who's currently serving.